gentlemen who are watching our live program from different countries across the world. We are very happy and we want to share our pleasure in this lunch program, which is launched by our great leader, General Secretary Comrade Bikalpa, and prominent Marxist analyst and economist, and so many experts and intellectuals from different sectors, and many leaders and revolutionary leaders from our party. We are very happy. We want to share our this pleasure to all comrades who are watching this program worldwide. Dear comrades and friends, this is Red Front, and we are launching today. This is third issue. We all know that in the time of history, Marx and Engels, Lenin and Stalin, Mao, and so many other leaders, they had to face many challenges in their political life and the history. The opportunism and betrayal in Nepalese communist movement also promoted counter-revolution and setbacks, and which also involved in the banning Marxist, Leninist, and Maoist Revolutionary Communist Party. After the General Secretary, great leader of Nepalese Revolution, Comrade Bikalpa, reorganized it under a political line of Unified People's Revolution. We all know dozens of comrades have been martyred in this period. So many leaders and thousands of cadres and people being imprisoned on false allegations. But the flag of revolution is continuing. Nevertheless, the unified and strong class struggle from people has defeated the conspiracy of imperialist power and comparator reactionary forces who wanted to end up Nepalese revolution. Instead, Communist Party of Nepal established its ideology, politics, and leadership as a center of hope and trust across the nation. So, Communist Party of Nepal, which is leading the Nepalese revolution, has become more organized and has moved forward. And 3 points agreement has been reached between the two conflicting parties. And the comparator and crisis order comparator capitalist power also came to this 3 points agreement and ready to withdraw the ban against our party, releasing our comrades and cadres who are in prisons, and also withdraw from the false allegations. So I don't want to take a long time, but it is a time pressure. So this Red Front publication has been closed, has been installed for the long time. And when the Communist Party of Nepal has openly came at the front of class struggles at this moment, we pay our heartfelt tribute to the great martyrs of Unified People's Revolution. Both subjectively and objectively, the end of comparative capitalist parliamentary system and the establishment of scientific socialist state in Nepal is inevitable. From both theoretical and practical positions, the Nepalese revolution is now a topic of worldwide discussion. It is true that scientific socialism can be achieved by defeating bourgeois power through armed struggle. Feudalism did such the previous slave societies, and in turn capitalism succeeded feudalism. But in fierce class struggle, there are sometimes possibilities for peaceful transformation. It is also universal that Marx, Engels, Lenin, Mao all accepted the necessity of the armed struggles while always seeking peace. Indeed, many life and death, class struggle and political struggles only arise in special circumstances. In this today in Nepal, there is a very special situation. This is not only the special situation, that also a special situation to transform the national politics, economy and society. On one hand, compared to capitalism, its parliamentary system and leadership in Nepal are in a great historical crisis, arising from the backward and dark ideas. On the other hand, apart from the minority and comparator, it is clear that general Nepalese people have long wanted scientific socialism from the people's movement, from the unified people's movement, and the people's vote. But these are the pioneer ideas for the bright future. Therefore, the dissatisfaction and struggle of today, the people is not centered on any particular individual, but manifest in the desire to establish scientific socialist system and defeat comparative capitalism. The united struggles of masses linked to the correct political line of Communist Party of Nepal and its leadership ensure inevitable victory. The Revolutionary Communist Party and the people will always retain the right to resist by the right to resist if there any attempt to suppress the right of the people to vote for change through a referendum. Another important fact is that the debate in Nepal is less about past and present, is more about present and future. And there is a more debate about public engagement with scientific socialism than the comparator capitalism. There is more and public opinion about crisis and progress as opposed to crisis and backwardness. Apart from the comparator minority, most of the political parties, key state institutions, and even in Nepalese patriotic and nationalist forces, and even Nepalese army are not satisfied from this present crisis. And the mass of Nepalese people is outraged by a chaotic capitalist anarchy that has reached instability, looting, comparative capitalism, corruption, oppression, exploitation, and discrimination. They are looking for a way out of this crisis. A parliamentary solution is not the current crisis. Crisis is not possible. This is objective reality understood by the majority of Nepalese people. Therefore, scientific socialism is extremely authoritative, extremely indispensable, and the Revolutionary Communist Party has duty to lead the challenges, propagate solutions, and to this crisis. The fact is that capitalism cannot solve the country's problem has been rebuilt the two people and failure of the old capitalist system, which includes Nepal and deal with the corona pandemic. In this respect, socialist countries are much more advanced. The working class and communist parties across the globe are fighting against capitalism and impressed failure. No matter how brutal capitalism remains, it will be replaced by the scientific socialism. The society described in Marxist-Leninist Maoist theory offers a higher stage of human civilization. Communists therefore have to set out on journey to fulfill the great communist dream by embracing MLM scientific principles and the communist worldwide regarding their dedication to the service of mankind and commitment to the working class better future. So Red Front is there, and always stands there to contribute to this both debate, both in the debate and the unified people's revolution, and unified not worldwide class struggle. So that here are some articles we have selected here articles that 10 articles are selected here along with the exclusive interview of Comrade General Secretary Comrade Bikalpa. And here is in the articles Comrade Bikalpa, an exclusive interview with the General Secretary Comrade Bikalpa, who sets out the depth of the capitalist comparative crisis presently afflicting in Nepal, explains how pandemic has shown that the present state and parliamentary system is not fit for purpose, and how unified people's revolution points the way to Nepal that actually works and provides for its people instead of oppressing them and consigning them to equality, ill health and poverty, and also further argues that the 3-point agreement in banning CPM and 2 bloody years of repression and will allow the party to put its case directly and openly to the people that future of country regarding what system its people they want, what Nepalese peoples and what system they want to live under.